The Mourinho versus Pogba debate rages on. Eden Hazard continues a remarkable streak. John Terry teased the Spartak Moscow fans, and can Daniel Sturridge work his way back to the top of English football? After a week full of crazy activities, once again, I am your host Matt Froelich, you are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. The saying goes that a week is a long time in football. It provides ample opportunity for players to turn their form around or for teams to fall from grace pretty heavily. But in the case of Jose Mourinho and Paul Pogba, a week is just another amount of time for that stupid argument to rumble on and for insights to be provided into the shambles that is Manchester United at the moment. Over the weekend, Mourinho continued to publicly humiliate Paul Pogba, as after talking about him in the press conference pretty poorly, he then took him off in the shambles of a defeat against West Ham United, at a time when they really needed to score a goal and to try and get back into the game. So, it doesn't really make sense to pull off your best player, but Mourinho does what he likes, remember that. The general consensus in the media is that Mourinho should be the one to go and not Pogba, but there are stipulations on whether or not he should be leaving now or whether they should wait until January and move Pogba on. Basically, there's two sides of the argument. If you get rid of Mourinho now, you could bring in someone like Zidane. However, uprooting the style of play and the structure of the team mid-season can be quite detrimental. However, if you were to wait until January and get rid of Pogba, you could be getting rid of someone who actually has potential to be a fantastic player for United. Although on the flip side, you could also bring in around £100 million for him. Either way, with Zidane waiting in the wings, Mourinho will be looking over his shoulder rather nervously. And after yet another defeat again at the weekend, he could be facing the sack yet again in a third season at a club. For me, it should be Mourinho to go, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below whether he should stay or whether Pogba should pack his bags. But away from Jose Mourinho into one of his former clubs in Chelsea, where the grass is definitely greener under Maurizio Sarri, mainly down to the footballing wizardry of one man, Eden Hazard. Following on from that ridiculous solo effort last week at Anfield, Hazard then went and bagged another against Liverpool at Stamford Bridge this weekend. That extended his incredible run and meant that Chelsea fans are willing him to score every single game at Stamford Bridge, as if they weren't already. In the last 38 home league games that Chelsea have played in which Eden Hazard has scored, they've never lost. That is quite an incredible record that stands at 34 wins and 4 draws. If Hazard can keep this form up, which has seen him at the top of the league's goal-scoring charts, he may even be able to break the Ronaldo-Messi stronghold on the Ballon d'Or. And speaking of Chelsea, former legend John Terry has been playing Russian roulette on whether or not he'll join Spartak Moscow in the Russian Premier League. Last month, Terry passed a medical but then rejected the chance to join the Russian side. However, over the weekend, he was back in Moscow to see them lose 1-0 at home to Rostov. However, he looked pretty happy in his surroundings, taking loads of pictures with fans, which led to the question, will he actually be pulling off a huge U-turn and joining them? Well, if he doesn't, reports have suggested that he's also been offered a job as Chelsea's under-23 manager on around $800k a year. So the choice is pretty clear for Terry. Continue your playing career in Russia or hang up your boots in what has been a fantastic career for him and become Chelsea under-23 manager. Either way, he's hardly going to be out of pocket anytime soon. And finally, we come to a rejuvenating story about a striker who, if he can stay fit, may be firing himself back to the top of English scoring charts. Daniel Sturridge's wonder goal at the weekend was yet another glimpse to Liverpool fans of what he can provide when he's not injured. That means that Sturridge now has an incredible record of a goal every 12.5 minutes in the Premier League. Now, of course, he's mainly used as a substitute, but still that record makes for pretty impressive reading. But can he get back to the Danny Sturridge we saw those seasons ago alongside Luis Suarez in the oh-so-nearly season for Liverpool? Well, I'm not so sure, but it's not necessarily his fault. No matter how well Daniel Sturridge plays in an ideal Liverpool starting 11, he's not going to be starting ahead of Roberto Firmino. That's because Jurgen Klopp is unlikely to jeopardise the front three in Salah, Mane and Firmino and all the relationship that they've got going on. It is, of course, the front three that took them close to winning the Champions League last season. As for switching tactics and putting two up front with Firmino and Sturridge, it would mean taking someone out of midfield. And again, Klopp is unlikely to change the formation, which has seen him win so many plaudits at Anfield. The reality of it is he's not going to start ahead of Firmino. So what can he do? Should he move on elsewhere to try and take himself back to the top of the goal scoring charts, or should he be content with a few sub appearances and the odd League Cup start for Liverpool? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, whether you'd have Sturridge or Firmino or even both. That's all from me for today. Make sure you click here to check out all the other videos that we've got going on OneFootball. Smash the like button down below. Let me know your thoughts on all of the daily news in the comment. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.